Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check. 20. Check, nickel. What is it?
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
20. It's going to be a long day. Express! It's going to be a long day. Mike 56. Hey, watch the ball. What is it?
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and he finds Penny. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the gun on third down, Newton able to find Switzer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Jaguars' 14-yard line.
That's it. 180. I got one. 8. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check. Match. Right. Watch this. 8. Wide. Get wide. Mike 50. Get it.
To the air again, Newton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Go Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
Come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
41 Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew going up top. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pick your game up. Switch.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll cut it to the right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Down. 50. Plant.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 14, Panthers 7.
Ready. 125. They gonna need some therapy after this. Go.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Hey, echo. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. No, ready? Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Let's go out. Here we go. Check.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Foxtrot. 52, Mike 52.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Returnable here from the 38. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Gun.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
Ready. Watch the slap. Great. Kill. Check 8. Check 37. Great.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Ready. 20. Here we go. Check 3.
Newton. He's got Burton here, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a 1st down here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
2nd down and goal. Newton buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. What's good on the extra point? And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
To throw again on second down. Minshew, Jerome Baker, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun is Minshew. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what...
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Squeeze. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hey, orbit. Get it.
On second down, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's third down.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Go, go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Leo. Kill. Undercrunch. Check 26. Hey, Charlie. 52.
Now Minshew on first and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
Give me some. Hey, Delta. Check his mic. That's right, baby.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. Gonna take a shot, and that's caught inside the 35. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Rip left, rip left. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's look at me. Go. Check 31. Check 31. Smooth. No. Check that. 5.
Minshew sets to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
It's going to be a long day. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Gun. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Let's go. Watch the edge. Here we go. Check three. Check 24. Check 24. Hey! Kill.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Ready.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Got it. Mike back two. Now watch one. Check. Hey, stand up. He's checking. Crack. Shit. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch it. Topper.
Minshew, 1st and 10. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And some space here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now he's flipped, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
It's just me and you. Hey, you. Sponge. No. Hatch it. Deep grip.
Here's Minshew. And he's going to go down again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Switch. Check 13. Hey, high 7. Shoot.
Now Minshew. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Right to the 3. 8.
Penny, a first down carry. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now they try the right side here. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Go.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that will be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and man.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. C.J. Mosley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Rocket. Hey, Mike 52. I'm coming after you. Whip. Watch the whip. 25, check 25.
throw. Going deep here for Stills. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew flushed out right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, box truck. 95%. Check his mic.
They'll look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nick Boyle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Slam.
Now it's Newton. Open man is Switzer complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
36, 38, 8. 56.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from long, very long range. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
20.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
What's the run?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
20. 8. Slam.
Now Rashad Penny. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal. First throw in overtime for Newton. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there in overtime. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get 1 in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.